episode 5 of the Business Journals for my eyes only. It's had a long day in Taiwan, but I did have two leads come in today. One before I was sleeping in the morning, and then another one tonight when I was having dinner. It's first one is like a home client, and then another one was a restaurant client. So both high value clients that can potentially be worth thousands of dollars. And finally, well, since before I left for university back in 2025, now it's 2026, end of year. Back then I constant lead flow, at least 2 to 3 qualified leads a week. Now it's finally getting back to that. I've been trying to work towards that. So right now I literally bumped up my advertisement spend to $25 last week, and now I'm getting pretty much at least a lead a day, which is good. Some not so good, but at least it's people coming in. Like at least the ads are working. The SEO, organic, and paid ads are all like funneling people in. I'm not yet at the stage where I need to qualify clients pre-contact in terms of like forcing the lead form or increasing lead form flow. That's fine for now. For now, it's more about just me responding to as many people as possible. I have way too much time on my hands, so I can just qualify them through a call and or a WhatsApp message, and that's fine. And I think the message here for myself is mainly to just double down, like looking at the Hormozi hotline or the Hormozi talks, where there's these like painfully obvious things that these business owners should be doing, and they should have done, and they could afford it easily 2x to 3x or whatever. What is that thing that I am currently missing? And I think with my current capital available in the business bank account, being in the whatever like value figure, I should be, and also that plus the more important part of my proven ROAS track record of being at least it's around $100 CAC, but it's a AOV of 1.8K, so it's pretty good like CAC to AOV, so it's a really good ratio, and also my gross margins are also quite high, so everything works out. Like the ROAS is around 20x, so that's pretty good, and I think I should just be really hammering that. I'm still a bit scared, well, because I'm not in Singapore full time yet. I'm still traveling these couple of months, but I think the wise choice in the unemotional choice and logical sense is to just up that as much as possible, expand this single channel as much as possible, which is Google Ads, until I'm literally getting no ROAS. Then maybe think about starting Meta ads and whatever. But right now I'm like, $55 day, low-key a lot. $50 a day, that's like 1.5K a month. That's a lot of money. But then if I rationalize it, honestly, 1.5K is literally just one decent client and profits already made, or 2 small size clients, and that's pretty easy, and that's going to happen nonetheless. And I already have the cash reserve, so I don't even need to think about the cash flow for a little bit. So I think I should honestly just do that, like start it up and make sure everything's flowing through, instead of being scared of ad costs, because that's actually going to really reduce my potential of growing fast. So yeah, so when you have something that's working, especially like a slot machine, like all these people say, if you have a slot machine where you can put in a dollar in and get a pretty much a guaranteed dollar back out, you're gonna keep pulling that slot machine until you have no money left. And of course, it's a positive loop, right? The more you put in, the more you get out. Of course, there's diminishing returns, but I'm definitely nowhere near that. Singapore, 6 million population city with lots of cash to spare, is not a market where it's too small, and definitely not a market that can't afford my services, which are acoustic panels. So yeah, let's get to it. Stop thinking to increase this website conversion rate. Stop thinking to make it faster. Stop thinking to make it look prettier. Those honestly don't matter if the front end isn't there, which is people coming in. End of the day, a shitty website with lots of visitors is going to convert more than a very perfect optimized conversion rate optimized website that has no visitors. So it's just simple math, and I need to stop being emotional about it and just rationalize it down. Like MVP is probably the most important thing in every sense of the term. MVP everything, even at like my skills not even that at all big at all. Like I can be MVPing so much more. And I just read something on Reddit, like this guy called Mark Ford, some university professor or whatever. His book is basically saying for any business that's like before $1 million in aggregate revenue, you should literally just be focusing on 80% on sales, 80% on the marketing, 80% focusing on people getting through the door, getting their cash, and 20% of all of your time to figuring out on the fulfillment. I think that makes a lot of sense because if you're competent enough, you can pretty much fulfill anything, given your business isn't insane. But like most businesses, I think, from like especially for mine, like granted I have some knowledge, I have experience, but I'm not nothing. I know nothing formal education, nothing proper. It's just me figuring out YouTube and ChatGPT, figuring it out, trying it out for myself, and then sell it to customers. Once there's money, that gives you a lot more like it gives you a lot more purpose to actually figure out the problem, making sure like the problem's like actually worth solving, and it gives you capital to actually make mistakes and just pay people to do things for you, and that's very very valuable. So remind myself 80% sales marketing, everything else it will figure itself out, honestly. Only thing you sacrifice would be like my time, my effort, and maybe some profitability, but long term, more money coming in. If I'm smart enough and competent enough, I will eventually increase my competency in the fulfillment side to actually do quite well. So yeah, just fucking tired, but that's it.